Hello, you YouTubers. I'm here on behalf of Naughty Boy Clothing on the Naughty Boy channel. You know what I'm saying? Here to go over my Infernoid deck profile. I was at Nats. I did not get very far. I literally lost to Strike Warning, which is what inspired this build. Until Strike and Warning gets hit, or Warning's already hit obviously, but until Strike is at 1 as well with Warning, this will be the deck that I'm running because it has the most success with destruction of back row as well as OTKing your opponent. I'm gonna go over some interesting combos with the deck, but let's hop right into it. It's a typical Infernoid build. I believe most run to Anoku, but honestly I don't go with what most do anyway. It's just my thing. I always run 2 in case I ever have to banish 1. 2 Deviati, obviously for the same reasons. Boss monsters of the deck, win conditions against you know, like everything with back row that plays, you know, monster effects. I play 3 Seismus. Seismus is just very good at removing problematic, you know, cards on board, anything that'll get in your way, being able to attack over a monster, and 9 target and banish is just obviously too good not to run. Yeah. I actually don't play Attendo in this build, even though 1 would be nice for certain overlay plays, but I just don't play it because the problems that it creates. Yeah. I don't often find myself attacking over monsters unless my opponent overlays. A lot of decks nowadays are playing Pendulum, so being able to not get that double attack like really hinders. That extra 200 is just not that really vital right now. 3 Petrulius, super rare, obviously, way to go. For, you know, pop back row, pretty obvious. 3 Harmodix, extremely broken. Staple in the deck. The new additions after Nats were 3 Primus. Like I said, I was completely tired of just losing to to Strike Warning. My opponents just having the nuts and me committing the big plays before I get rid of those pesky back row. 3 Decatron, staple, obviously, for obvious reasons. The only 2 monsters I ran that were not Infernoid is just 2 Raiden, synchro purposes, meal. Charger Light Brigade is just too good not to run. The new addition to the deck and the new MVP, the card that I want to see the most, is War Arthal. Now, a lot of this deck is a combo deck, so seeing multiple spells in your hands is really a good thing. War Arthal states if you control a 1-star monster, you can add any 1-star monster from deck to hand, 95% of the time being Decatron. Yeah, it combos very well with the next card that you run 3 of, which is Instant Fusion. Well, Instant Fusion for the Norden, also Instant Fusion for the Thousand Eyes. The combo for the War Arthal is also just extremely broken. I main deck 2 Twin Twister, too many pendulum spams and back rows, and too much hate to not play Twin Twister. It's made for us, I feel. Void Seer, 2 of, 3 is just overkill. 2 charge because it's too good, literally. Love for it to go to 3. 1 Foolish, which gets side out most of the time. 1 for 1. 1 Monster Gate, 1 Reasoning, 1 Burial, 1 Rekindling. Those are your basic spell trap lineups. The extra deck is a little tight, extremely difficult to fit more or take out anything. 1 Levier, 2 Dantes, Number, what is he, 38? 38 Hopebringer. Thousand Eyes, Norden. 1 Infernoid Terror. 3 Yugioh, Defender. 1 Speedroid, 5-star. Don't want to butcher his name on camera. Scrap Archfiend, Scarlet. 1 Omega, 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. One of the major plays is like, it's really no turning back. You just like kind of don't lose. As I say, you open Twin Twister, 2 back row, summon Primus. Primus ability, shuffle a back row. 95% of the time, your opponent's not going to strike nor warning this, and if they do, then you just probably win after that. War of Thou, search your Decatron. Normal summon, Foolish, another Primus. Sink into said Yugioh Defender. Effect for the third. If you have a Noku or Deviati at that point, you could banish the Decatrons to summon. Go Leviair, activate the effect Leviair, bring back Decatron. Foolish, Patrulia, sink into Crystal Wing, or just go Dante and Special Harmodic, make the same play. You just have plethora of explosion plays, like just everything that you will want in your combo-based deck to completely clear your opponent's entire board and make that push for game. The side deck in every deck, I feel like, is most important key. In this deck in particular, I feel like the sideboard can be altered, but I'm also looking for suggestions. But mainly the two I feel I have to be in for all those pesky opponents that just have to have those XYZ monsters on board, or those pendulum summon back monsters. Void Imagination is just that awesome explosion card to just make an amazing play happen after you've already set up and established a good board. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. It's pretty good. It's very good. A lot of people fell off of the hype of this card, and I knew that they would because they're not smart. And when the prices went down, I picked up 3, and I'm not getting rid of them. This card is broken. Playing against BA, or it's literally the one deck that I lost to. BA. I did not open these. I just could not hit the Dante. It's just good. Like, playing against extra deck Monarchs if they try to go under Crystal Wing. At Nats, I actually side decked a Dark Law to I extra decked a Dark Law because I didn't play the Yugioh Defender build at Nats. Like I said, this build is inspired after Nats and some other things that I seen. I seen the Yugioh Defender combo online. And I honestly, I don't want to take any credit from the guy. I just don't really feel like that he understands the point of really, like, the Yugioh Defender's cool and all, but like, Primus is single-handedly, he's ultra rare for a reason. Like, it's so you do not lose to back row. Like, literally, like, lesson learned. And that's taught it to me. So, if you randomly end up playing against a Psy-Frame player, Norden is in everybody's extra deck when they attempt to go instant fusion. Hopebringer potentially, but really the Dante. I have a Break Sword, but Break Sword really isn't the issue when you play that deck. Triple Light Imprisoning Mirror for the BAs, Psy-Frame, Random Rogue, the Dragon guys. Everybody, no need to get into that. An extra Twin Twister for the third, and those Pendulum decks, annoying decks. These actually came in the clutch on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. And against Pendulum decks, just any random rogue deck, it basically won me a mirror match. My opponent dug deep after I banished his resources to make him, he attempted to summon a heavier one, and I actually in top 8 Grand Horned him, forced him to go to battle phase. And at that point, I knew if he couldn't kill me which he couldn't because he had an empty battlefield, like an empty field on battle phase. You know what I'm saying? That I pretty much sold that game up for myself. Triple mistake. Believe it or not, people are actually going to try to pick up spell books with these little berry things that came out. Odd as it sounds, mistake just hurts a lot of decks, monarchs and things like that. I actually lost to a spellbook deck, and it was in time. I do believe I would have beat him. It's just the principle of the mistake being just too clutch. Like, he beat me by 700 on final turn. So, you know how that goes, losing in time. But everybody subscribe, you know what I'm saying? A lot of interest in videos to come, breaking down the meta, selling of cards, giveaways, prizes, things for the Naughty Boy clothing line. Everybody stay tuned. Appreciate it.